I think it's definitely this would do an additional boost to the second half Chinese growth to the second half of the year because there has been 2 consecutive months of the stronger recovery of exports. And I think the extent of this outperformance, especially close to 10% growth in export, is definitely cover a much boost to the Chinese industrial production as well. And on the import number, even though it has somewhat disappointing, I think that we should highlight it is that the Chinese import of the raw materials such as iron ore, LNG, and then other hard and soft commodities seems to be very strong. But one weakness is coming from the machinery imports, which is quite in line with the Chinese weak manufacturing fixed asset investment so far. So in other words, China is buying more of the raw materials, but still quite pessimistic on the investment outlook based on the import numbers.
But the question I have is whether the export growth is sustainable at this level. I had an interesting conversation with a CEO of a container shipping company right here in Singapore recently, and he was telling me they're seeing this huge surge in pent-up demand coming from the likes of Europe, the U.S., even Latin America, in part for goods coming from China. But there is some doubt as to whether this holds because in one way, a big part of this has been PPE equipment, things tied to the medical sector, and also just stay-at-home goods that people are ordering, whether that's electronics or things that you would do for home improvement. And many are wondering if those trends fade. What do you think?
It's quite unlikely export growth to be sustained at let's say close to 10% because at the moment some of the emerging markets still under lockdown or some part of the is under lockdown. So China is gaining this advantage of being first actually ease up on the lockdown. So and then on the other hand, it's also that as you mentioned, the key components are PPE and work from home items. But once Europeans or American households have bought one laptop or 2 game consoles, they are not going to continue to buy actually these type of goods for the foreseeable future. But however, I think even though it's not sustainable, but the thing is that how long it has been sustaining is already surprised on the upside. So I would think that this is a quite positive story for so far in the second half of the year for Chinese growth.